Hello, everybody. My name is Owen, and welcome to Crying Suns. I mentioned last week in our FTL episode that I was thinking about playing some different games in this Wednesday slot, and I learned about this one, and it just seemed like a really awesome transition from FTL. And don't get me wrong, we will come back to FTL, absolutely. But this is a story-based space combat RPG that has some, like I said, story elements and lore elements mixed in as to where you're trying to figure out different secrets about the galaxy and the universe that you're in. Other than that, though, I watched the trailer for this game, and that is the extent of the knowledge I have about this game. So it's going to be a bit of a learning curve. I have no idea how long a run typically is. I have to assume since it's going to be the first run, it'll be relatively short. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. Where am I? A dwarf planet on the outer rim. Most call it Gehenna, if they call it anything at all. This, Admiral, is a top-secret cloning facility for the Imperial forces, the one and only of its kind. I'm Caliban. I'm Caliban, its Omni Guardian. I don't understand. You have died, Admiral. Or, to put it another way, the true version of you has died. You are his clone, identical to the original Ellis, Idaho, in every possible way, with some minor differences. When did Admiral Idaho die? How? Unfortunately, I do not know the details of my clones' lives, as interesting as they must be. Extraneous to my directives, I believe. Which leads me to why I've awoken you. You must be curious after all. I need your help. A machine asking for my help? Now I truly feel strange. Not just a machine, Admiral. An Omni. Short for Omni-Mechanical Neo-N Intelligence. Emperor Oberon invented us. Now your kind relies on us for just about everything. I'll come right out with it. I believe the Empire is in danger. In danger? What in the name of Oberon are you talking about? Once every 4 years, under the most secretive protocols, I receive a single transmission from Elysium, our capital. Those transmissions stopped arriving. So you send a transmission yourself. I don't see the problem. That's just it. I can't. This facility was built in such a way to prevent it from initializing contact with the Empire, to help keep it a secret. Something is wrong, I am sure of it, and I've woken you so we can fly out of here in an Omega-class battleship, no less, and see for ourselves. We? I believe you'll find my intelligence indispensable for our mission, Admiral. I don't have your kind's limitations. If you're so smart, what do you need me for? Why don't you command the battleship? Because of Oberon's Rubicon, it prohibits Omnis from commanding battleships. War is a human prerogative. Also, since I can assume the clones here are the best of the best, that would make you the best Imperial Admiral to ever exist. I'd say you're perfect for the job. I'll do it, machine. For Oberon and the Empire. It's my duty as an Imperial Admiral. Excellent. Now, just one more thing. Standard operating procedures requires that I ask, can you recall any of your emotional memories? Emotional memories? Any memory linked to a strong emotion like love or hate. These memories, because of their complex neural pathways, will be a bit trickier for you to access, I'm afraid. I'm not sure. Then if you would do me the honor of trying to recall one, any emotional memory will do. I can't. So much is blurred. Broken apart. Don't worry, Admiral. Perfectly normal for this stage. You'll find rational memories, on the other hand, those linked to Idaho's training and combat experience, almost immediately accessible. Just ask if you need a refresher. Lastly, and this is important, if these emotional memories return, rather, when they return, you must tell me immediately. It's important for your safety. Yes, your safety. Do you understand? I understand. Perfect. Now let's wake up the rest of the crew, shall we? We don't have a moment to waste. And please, Admiral. What is it now, machine? Call me Caliban. Gehenna Battleship Omega Crafter Interface. Select Battleship Class. What? Oh, okay, we just have the Excelsior class. I guess we unlock these as we go. Gehenna's Tech Core System? There's nothing to select there. Oh, okay, wait. Core System. Improve Squadron's repair time while in hangar by 50%, from 60 seconds to 30 seconds. Additional Squadron Docks. Add a Squadron Dock to use an additional squadron in battle. The more squadron docks you have, the more units can fight for your ship. Okay, so we currently have 2. How many points do we have here to use? Any? Oh, we don't have any. Okay. Squadron System Support. An officer-based assistance to power up or repair your squadron system. Squadron Dock Recovery. Decrease time squadron docks are locked after squadron has been destroyed. Okay. Weapons. Add a weapon dock to use additional weapons in battle. The more weapon docks you have, the greater your firepower. You still need to have enough available weapons to dock them. Okay. Weapon system support. Add officer-based assistance to the power up or repair your weapon system. Additional hull structures. Add hull bars to your ships to increase its life. Damaged bars are automatically repaired after winning a battle. All fires are put out after hull bar destruction. Okay. Hardened hull. Hull bars are your ship's health. Harden your hull to make it more durable in battle. Okay. What? Add hull bars to your ship. 2 hull bars. Oh, okay, so this increases the health per hull bar. Got it. Hull integrity support. Add officer-based assistance to repair or strengthen your hull. Heat capacitors. Increase maximum heat capacity of all systems. 1 damage sustained on a system equals 1 heat point to the damaged system. Okay. And subsystems. Fuel scavenging efficiency. Increased Caliban's ability to scavenge Neo-N for hypercubes. Increase intel on stellar systems in sector. Navigation. Ground distress signal frequency allows the expeditionary forces to retreat more often and in better conditions during expeditions. Okay. And then we have 4 different squadrons. A fighter Mark 1. A freight Mark 1, a drone Mark 1, and a partially damaged drone Mark 1. Okay, so the DPS here is 5. So seems like our fastest and heaviest hitter. This one is like medium. Oh no, these are way faster. Okay. So these are the fastest, but the lightest hitters. This is kind of in the middle, and then this is... Oh, no, this is slow, but medium damage, and then this is medium speed, high damage. Got it. Weapons, Piercer Laser Mark 1, Impact Zone 1, Hexagon, I guess? Okay. You have 2 officers left to select. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's start on normal. I don't know how difficult this is going to be. If it's anything like FTL, though, normal is hard enough for me. Choose your officers. Okay. Reach the 2nd sector to change the officer clone batch. Okay, so we can change mid-run, it seems like. Jiwoo Roche. Proximity repair. Cooldown 15 seconds. Apply regen to all allied squadrons in your deploy zone for 10 seconds. Restore 2 health per second. Remove all timed negative effects when applied. Okay. Applies to hull. Okay. Richard Lima. Tactical targeting. Squadrons DPS plus. Okay. So this gives us extra damage. This gives us extra repair. And a cooldown reduction, it seems like. Apply regen. No. Okay, never mind. And then, Psy Dev. You're famous. Sold at 3.5x the normal price in shops. Okay. But you're smart, I guess. You're erudition. And you can hack. Okay. And then Gnome Sosa. Thruster boost. Squadron speed plus 25. Okay. So, I don't really know what's going to be good or bad here, but I feel like having the bonus to repair would be good, and I feel like having the bonus to damage would be good. So we're going to go with Jiwoo Roche and Richard Lima. Okay. Congratulations, your team is ready. It's time to leave, Admiral. Alright. Let's get started. First run. I really don't even know what the combat is like in this game. I could tell from the trailer that I watched, and also that brief like input or that weapons hexagon, that like it's on a hex-based like battle map sort of thing. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. All right, Caliban. These are the sectors of the Outer Rim, Admiral. The farthest sectors from the capital that there are. If there was ever a wasteland in the Empire, this would be it. Strange. I'm not picking up other omnis. Even out here, I should be picking up dozens of them. Let's try not to overreact, machine. It's probably nothing. The Empire has run flawlessly for how many years now? 700. And it will do so for hundreds more. Now, come on. Let's take a look around. Okay. So this is our entrance, okay. Point of interest, ground signal trading beacon. Okay, so this would be a point of interest then? Yeah. Oberhausen system. Ground signal, 1 anomaly. I guess there's no other choice here, so I guess let's just go. Hopefully that this first run is going to be serving as kind of a tutorial. What do we have here, Lieutenant? It appears to be some kind of cube-like refinery, sir. It's a Neo-N hypercube. Omni-tech for simultaneous harvesting and refining of neutrinium from nearby stars. Interesting, if not downright bizarre. This cube isn't connected to the fold net. How could that be? And why aren't the hypercube omnis trying to reconnect it as I speak? Ask Caliban for more explanations. Your memory is still blurry. Or send a small team. No, let's get more information. Certain things are still blurry to me, machine. What do you want to know, Admiral? Ask about Neo-N. Sure. I mean, we'll ask about everything. Tell me about Neo-N. Hundreds of years ago, pre-Omni times, the first advanced machines discovered the existence of the final element, neutrinium, which exists usually, but not always, in stars. Neutrinium is extremely volatile in its natural state, but these advanced machines stabilized and improved upon it, providing the most powerful and longest-lasting energy source yet. Neo-neutrinium, or Neo-N. Neo-N in turn allowed these first machines to create an even more advanced machine, the Omni, an acronym for Omni-Mechanical Neo-N Intelligence. But I thought you told me Oberon invented the Omnis. I did. You're absolutely right. But technically, it's not entirely true. Oberon invented the first advanced machines, which in turn, thanks in part to their creation of Neo-N, invented the Omnis. Neo-N, in its refined state, is the perfect energy source, stable and almost boundless in its energy yield. As a result, it's used in just about all Omni tech, as humans stopped inventing tech hundreds of years ago. Lastly, what's important about Neo-N is that our very own battleship, the NS Odysseus, uses it. And without it, we can't go anywhere. What do you want to know, Admiral? Ask about the FoldNet. Tell me more about the FoldNet. As you probably recall by now, Admiral, the Omnis have invented and managed Imperial tech more or less since the dawn of the Empire. The FoldNet, arguably our greatest achievement, forms the backbone of the Empire. Think of it as a global galactic network, allowing instant data and/or matter transmissions through its numerous interconnected folders and beacons. And without the constant vigilance and management of FoldNet Omnis, none of it would be possible, and humanity would live in a fragmented, chaotic darkness. Needless to say, it's important. Okay. Tell me about folders. Folders? Let me see if I can explain this in a way that you could possibly understand. In the early days of the Empire, at a speed of 100 times the speed of light, the interstice offered the fastest space travel available. It was fast, don't get me wrong, but traveling from cluster to cluster could still take decades. To assist Empire administration, and just because we could, the Omnis invented a means to travel from 2 points in space instantaneously. The folders. Yes, each folder, several kilometers across, is linked or paired with another folder through a process of... This is going to be really difficult to explain to a non-quantum computing entity. Essentially, all you need to know is that these paired folders collapse or fold space for a very brief amount of time, so as to join 2 points in space previously unjoined. Oh, like a tesseract, if you've read A Wrinkle in Time in, like, the 5th grade. Without the folders, Oberon could never have grown his empire, nor keep it together for the 700 years that he has. Each folder is run by an Omni. These Omnis are cleverly known as folder Omnis. Without them, the folders simply cannot work. Lastly, in order to reach Elysium, the Empire's capital on our journey, we will have to use several folders. But why can't we teleport to Elysium directly? We are deep in the Outer Rim. The few folders paired with Elysium will be found only in very important hubs. We'll need to reach those first. The interstice? The interstice is another Omni-invented tech, one of the first great inventions, and one developed long before the folders. With their interstitial tech, the Omnis created an empty space dimension between the ones you know, what we call a tunnel, where the universal light speed behaves, let's say, differently. In an interstitial tunnel, it's possible to reach up to 100 times the speed of light, a speed that allowed your kind to colonize their nearest stars. However, interstitial travel still has its limitations. For example, at this speed, it would take you 750 years to travel from one end of the Empire to the other, a period of time greater than the age of the Empire itself. Hence, the need for folders. However, the interstice is sufficient when traveling intra-cluster, and within that cluster's sectors. Okay. No further questions. That's enough for now, machine. What do you want to do about this hypercube, Admiral? Well, you know, I think we should send a small team to investigate the cube. I don't know about you. Captain Lynch, form a small squadron. Fly around the cube and tell me what you see. On it, sir. Sir, the Omni was right. The cube isn't connected to the FoldNet. And by the looks of it, it hasn't been connected in years. Just a guess here, but I'd say it looks like it's been disconnected for maybe 10, 15 years. 10 or 15 years? At least, sir. Could the Empire have, I don't know, disconnected it on purpose? I don't think so, Admiral. I'm not a cube Omni myself, but the cubes are complex tech, needing constant supervision. Disconnecting would make it all but impossible. Disconnecting it would make that all but impossible. And the Neo-N levels? Empty, sir. There's no Neo-N here, whatsoever. Looks like whoever came before us took all of it. We won't be fueling here. The reserves might be empty, but there could still be some residual Neo-N coursing through the cube. I should be able to unlock this final restraint so that we can scavenge for leftovers. It won't be much, but it will help our efforts. Okay. There. We should be able to scavenge Neo-N fuel here now, but that'll be the last of it in this cube. All suns have a Neo-N cube where you have a chance to scavenge some precious leftover fuel. Okay. Scavenge Neo-N. Oh, cool. So then it goes dark. Okay. Left click to deploy weapons. Deploy squadrons. Okay. Oh, and we have two hull bars. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to get familiar with the interface a little bit. Oh, this is probably our... Not you. Yeah, Jiwoo Roche has the proximity repair. I wonder if deploying here puts you there. Let's see. Officers, Jiwoo Roche. And then you are good at tactical targeting. Squadrons DPS. So I guess I should put you on squadrons? And then we don't have anyone for weapons. That seems bad. So maybe I should take you off this and put you on this. Okay. Local system map. Okay. Actually, wait, hold on. Can we star map? NS Odysseus Excelsior class, core system. Improve the squadron's repair time while in hangar by 50%. Okay. Local system map. Okay, so we're... Oh, we can't... Oh, we are here. Okay, yeah, at the Oberhausen. Oberhausen, Ibeath. Okay. And these are unidentified. Should we just work our way out, probably? Yeah, these are locked, so I guess we have to. Whoa. Sir, battleship, 12 o'clock. What kind of battleship, Lieutenant? Couldn't say, sir. I've never seen a ship like this in all my service. Incoming transmission. An Imperial battleship made from Telos tech. My mouth is watering. Oh, your name is Grub. That's not what a grub sounds like. What does a grub sound like? An Imperial battle... No, that's too much. That's... An Imperial battleship made from Telos tech. My mouth is watering. This is Admiral Idaho of the Imperial Fleet. Stand down, Captain. This is an Imperial sector you find yourself in. Imperial sector? That's funny, imp. Uh-oh. Why is that funny? I mean, I've had a feeling that something is not quite as it seems since the very beginning, but okay, interesting. Prepare to fight. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. Thank you. Computer. All right. You can deploy your officers during fights. Some officers have special abilities that can boost specific systems. All officers also repair critical effects sustained by any system. There are 3 systems, squadron, weapon, and hull, so be careful where you deploy your officers. Okay. Squadrons are essential to protect your battleship and destroy the enemy. To deploy your squadrons, click on the plus sign on an empty dock. For now, your second dock will be locked until you have learned the basics. Fair enough. Use your weapons to gain a decisive advantage on the battlefield. Weapons can be deployed by clicking the plus sign at an empty dock. Your neurocom can also accelerate your thoughts to a point where time appears totally still. Press the space bar to enter or exit from pause. Okay. So are we? Yes, we're paused now. That's play. Got it. All right. So if I do want to check, if I take you off of this, does this become locked? It doesn't. So let's go ahead and keep you out here, because I have a feeling you're going to be more useful there. I feel like we probably shouldn't send out our broken one. Should we send out our... I mean, let's send out our best fighter, right? Feel like that makes sense. If we can only send out one. Okay, and we can put it in any of these sectors. Let's put it here. And so now we just let that happen. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so now I can move you in the direction of them, I guess. Oh, can I, like, drag a line now? Okay, so we're fighting them. Okay. Good. I guess we continue to their ship. Oh, and our weapons are loading up here. Okay, fighter. Massive damage bonus versus drones. Oh, I see. It's kind of like rock, paper, scissors, kind of. So fighter is beats drones. Drone beats frigates. And frigate beats fighter. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Oh, and then this is our cheat sheet to remember that. So a fighter is the Triforce. A drone is Simon Says. And freighter is a sideways pause button. Like Xbox pause button. Got it? So I'm just kind of like moving you guys closer. Should I have like... I don't know exactly what I should be doing here. Okay, here we go. Your weapon has finished charging and is ready to fire. Click on it and choose a target on the battlefield to deal your damage, or deal damage to your enemies, okay? So click on this. Oh, and all right, we can take out, I guess we try to take out their hull, right? Okay. And then let's keep flying toward their hulls so that we can start attacking that directly. And let's... so that their squadrons don't immediately come out to fight us. Okay, so now they're just attacking the hull. This is looking good for us. Victory! Good job, Admiral. Here's a summary of the battle. Plus 62... Is this scrap? That looks kind of like the scrap signal, symbol for FTL. What was that thing? Lieutenant Ozu. I don't know, Lieutenant. And I'm not sure I want to, either. Interesting. Is there anything else we can do here? It looks like... no. Did our fighters take no damage? Or do they heal back up afterward? If they do heal back up afterward, why is this one not healing up? Interesting. Okay. We'll keep you there for now. Local system map. Let's move on to Rubik's Cube 6. An Imperial outpost, sir. It seems abandoned. Any heat signatures? Not a single one. Seems empty of all human life. What about omnipresence? They should be here managing the station, no? They should, and no, I'm not detecting any. This is getting stranger and stranger. I don't know, Caliban, I feel like you know something, and I'm uneasy about you. Ask about an Imperial outpost. What can you tell me about this outpost? Seems to just be your run-of-the-mill Imperial outpost, Admiral. There are outposts in all Imperial sectors. With the capital, Elysium, being so far away, they help keep the peace and maintain order. You must show your military might so that you don't have to use it. I believe this is the thinking, but there's definitely no military might here. What do you want to do about this outpost, Admiral? Try to make contact. Lieutenant, see if you can make contact with someone, human or not, inside. Of course, Admiral. Sorry, sir. If there's anyone inside, they're not answering. What do you want to do about the outpost? We'll send a team of commandos into the outpost for a closer look. This is the premise of the movie Alien, isn't it? Like, this is a mistake. Captain Lean, form a small team and check it out. You got it, sir. Sir, the outpost is empty. Seems it was abandoned years ago. If I had to guess, probably around the time that Hypercube back there was disconnected from the fold net. Looks like someone came here, took the most valuable Omni parts, Neo-N encapsulators, positronic chips, and left the rest behind. Scavenging Omni parts? Who would do such a thing? That's a capital offense. One the Prague Ma execute you for. Hold on, sir. I'm getting a transmission. My commandos have found something. An Omni. Intact. From top to bottom. Is it functional? That's a negative, sir. It was in a lower level. Guess whoever was here before us didn't go down that far. Might have needed high clearance to get in. How did you guys get in? Admiral, I can examine it from here if the captain plugs the data pad into the exosoc. Sure thing, Omni. Okay, accessing the Omni's mainframe. And? Strange. Its exoframe is perfectly intact. It has plenty of Neo-N, and its positronic chip seems to be in place. It should be up and running. I don't get it. Any idea when it shut down? According to its chip, 20 years ago. Roughly the time the Hypercube was unlinked from the FoldNet. What do you want to do about this outpost, Admiral? What? Can we ask you about anything new? Can you reactivate the Omni? That's a good question. Can you reactivate the Omni, Caliban? Unfortunately, no. Only Omni owners can do that. Besides, this Omni isn't just in sleep mode. It's been shut down. What do you want to know? Alright, you can't reactivate it. What's the positronic chip? Oh god. The positronic chip? Was that something about Omni or other? I don't know. I missed it. Actually, no. Your kind invented this, as incredible as that is. Specifically, Emperor Oberon. The positronic chip serves several purposes. 1, it contains the Rubicon, and 2, it dictates Omni functionality. My functions are specific to Gehenna, and, as such, are different from the functions of other Omnis, whether they be Imperial Outpost Omnis, like the Omni here, Folder Omnis, Cube Omnis, Medical Omnis, Teacher Omnis, or the hundreds of other kinds of Omnis that exist in the Empire. Lastly, the positronic chip gives Omni's quantum computing capabilities. That allows us to be much smarter than you. Positronic chips are produced and distributed near Elysium. Of course, that's by design, so that Oberon can closely monitor the positronic quota. Simply put, without a positronic chip, an Omni is a little more than its exoframe. Okay. What is the positronic chip quota? Quota? Yes, as to maintain perpetual harmony in the Empire, Oberon created a quota. Depending on your house and whether it's minor or major, you receive a certain number of chips every 10 years. Who received the most chips? House Telos, of course. Oberon's house. Our house. And the fewest? One of the minor houses. Vicarelli. They have a pitiful quota. Embarrassing, really. I'd hate to be a Vicarelli Omni. Interesting. Tell me about the Rubicon, and the fact that it's a large Jeep Wrangler. The Rubicon is a large Jeep Wrangler. I'm just kidding. The Rubicon is a set of rules enforced at a very low level, ensuring that Omnis do not harm humans and don't deviate from their missions. Suppose an Omni disobeyed its Rubicon. What would happen then? Well, that is quite rare, but unfortunately, there are examples of this occurring in the early days. But if that happens, then the chip would deactivate and trigger a self-termination feature in the Omni. Omni suicide? It's just a feature, Admiral. A rarely activated feature. Okay. We already know about Neo-N, so I think we're good there. I know enough for now, Machine. It could be a good time to take a break. I agree. Alright. Let's continue on. Okay, Machine, I'll admit it. Something is wrong, at least in the outer rim. I don't want to further worry you, but our battleship's heuristics are detecting an anomaly at our next destination. That doesn't sound good. Okay, so we have 3 fuel left. Each time you travel to a new planet or system, it costs 1 unit of fuel. Scrap. Yeah, it is scrap. It's the same as FTL. And we have 12 commandos, trained soldiers that can be sent on expeditions or used during events. Interesting. Okay, cool. A little bit of resource management going on. Oberhausen LF211. Anomaly signals are the riskiest events you'll encounter, offering very positive or very negative outcomes. You won't know which type of event it is, positive or negative, until arriving at the signal source. Okay. Oh! This looks familiar. It's one of those creatures again, sir. Maybe this one will be friendly? I doubt it. Nice ship you've got there. I'm gonna enjoy scrapping it over your dead bodies. Grick. You're going down, whatever you are. Alright. Fight report. Prepare to fight. The battle is imminent. Good luck, Admiral. Thank you. Do we start paused? I think we do, right? Yes. Each basic squadron type, frigates, drones, and fighters, is best suited to fight against a particular squadron, providing it with a massive damage bonus if properly matched. Be sure to find out a unit's strengths and weaknesses before deploying it. Got it. Okay, so they have a fighter, and oh, I forgot to, I unpaused by accident. So we want to send out our frigate. So we right-clicking on a squadron dock undeploys the associated unit and will free it for another squadron to be deployed. Once back in the hangar, squadrons will slowly be repaired over time. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we want to right-click you. Wait, what? Right-click you? Oh, we need to give you time to get back. Okay. And then deploy the frigate, Mark 1. Are they going? There they are. All right. Oh yeah, geez. And these are normally like the super damage booster guys. Okay. I guess let's continue on. I don't think there's any real reason to bring them back yet. Is there a faster way to move? Not really. Okay. And, oh, there is. I'm silly. Okay. All right. So I want to just go here. And just start banging on their hull. And it looks like they don't have any more squadrons, so this should be pretty cut and dry. Victory. Rewards a Fighter Mark 1. Oh, so now we have 2 of those. That's pretty cool. Though we had yet another brush with death, at least our scanner detected the anomaly this time. Tell me more about these anomalies, machine. Anomalies are destinations with a higher than normal probability of being very negative or very positive. Unfortunately, we don't know what outcome to expect until we arrive at the source's signal. You could say investigating anomaly signals is a bit of a gamble. Good to know. Come on, there's got to be someone around here who can tell us what's going on. All right. Interesting. Local system map. Battleship wreckage. Ancillary major. Ancillary? Ancillary? Lieutenant Hawks. There would appear to be a small colony on this planet, Admiral. Maybe we can finally get some answers. I'm also detecting a ground signal, roughly 1,000 kilometers from the colony. Could be worth investigating with an expedition. Okay. Hello, is anyone there? David Bowie? This is Admiral Ellis Idaho of the Imperial Fleet. I am Tygan Bowie, leader of my small colony. What can we do for you, Admiral? If it's scrap you're looking for, I'm sorry, but we have none to spare. Scrap? We're here to find out what's been going on in these sectors. I don't understand. We've yet to encounter a single active Omni, and 2 enemy battleships have engaged us. Is this some sort of sick joke, Admiral? The Omnis shut down. Impossible. The Omnis shut down in our sectors, and when they did, so did all of their tech. It can't run without them. How? When? I have no idea how it happened. I'm not even sure Oberon does. It's truly the great mystery of our time. As for when, 20 years ago. We relied on them for everything. Food, medicine, water. Food, medicine, weather. It's hard to give accurate numbers, but maybe 75% of the population here died in the first 5 years alone. Oh my god. Now, who knows how many of us are left? 10%? Less? Jeez, okay. Ask how you can help their planet and the people of these sectors learn more about scrap. Let's start with the probably more important part. What can the NS Odysseus do to help? Defeating the scrappers would be a nice start. Things would look a whole lot better with those scum out of the way. The scrappers? Don't tell me you don't know about them either. It's like you've been living this entire time on an uninhabited planet on the edge of the Outer Rim. Yeah, a little on the nose there, Bowie. The scrappers are a group of hideous, irradiated scavengers who collect leftover Omnitech and Neo-N. When the Omnis shut down, causing the fold net to collapse in our sectors, they were the ones who took over in the chaos.
They're not the only rotten apples around here, with your pirates and the occasional crazy civilian. But they're definitely the worst.
They deactivated the Imperial ships? How? Telos tech is second to none. Imperial captains are trained at the Academy.
True, but scrapper battleships wore them down. Picked off one here, another there. It was a war of attrition. Plus, the Empire couldn't send reinforcements. Not with our folder down, you see. I hate to say it, but I think it's just a matter of time before they make slaves of us all. But even if you beat them, even if you beat Mother, it won't change anything.
Mother?
The way we're going, 10, 15 years from now, with all the hardships we're experiencing, we'll be gone. All of us. Unless
what?
You somehow reactivate the Omnis. Turn them back on again. The ones that haven't been scavenged for their parts, that is. That's the only way to save us. Is there something else you want to know?
Oh, we can't ask about what Mother is? What the hell is Mother? Learn about scrap. You mentioned something called scrap. Can you tell me more about this?
Well, now that the Omnis have been inactive for so long, Imperial Soul, the former currency, no longer holds value of any sort. The only thing that does is scrap, remnants of Omni tech, its metals, ship materials, and Neo-N, our energy source. As Omni tech becomes scarcer and scarcer, which it has over the last 20 years, its value has appreciated, causing people to act in increasingly desperate and violent ways to get it. That's why scrappers want to destroy your ship so much. It's so they can collect its broken down parts and sell them, just so they can prolong their miserable lives. But it's not just the scrappers and the parties who desire the stuff. It's just that most of us common folk aren't willing to kill for it. At least, not yet.
Okay. How we can turn the Omnis back on? Yeah, that's a good question. But how can we do that?
You're asking the wrong guy, I'm afraid. As I said, no one knows who or what shut them down. You'll have to solve that mystery on your own. And once you do, you'll still have to find a way to turn them back on, which might be another thing altogether.
But where should we start?
I hate to say it, but Mother is probably your best bet. I mean, she definitely benefited the most from them shutting down this cluster, didn't she? Then again, there are a lot of theories out there about who or what is responsible for this. Is there something else you wanted to know, Admiral?
Yeah. Who the hell is Mother? Mother?
You really don't want to know, Admiral. For some reason, that's what they call her. Their leader. Mother, Mom, Mommy, it's all very upsetting. From what I gather, she was the one who started the Scrappers, fostering a punk, nihilistic scavenging philosophy among their sordid ranks.
And who makes up her ranks?
Former Imperial prisoners, I think. The worst of the worst. When the Omni shut down, the prisoners escaped from their Omni-run prisons and psychiatric stations. Mother loves her tech, especially House Telos tech, like the battleship you have, and she and the boils who work for under her will kill you for it and enjoy doing it too. She's been terrorizing these sectors for years now, enslaving men and women to bolster her numbers and make them into her playthings and baby makers, as she calls them.
Gross. Ask more about the scrappers who control the sectors, yeah? Tell me more about the scrappers who work for Mother and control these sectors.
Each sector is controlled by one of Mother's cronies. You'll recognize them by their freakish mutations, brought on by their exposure to too much Neo-N. But I sincerely hope you don't see them, Because if you do, well, usually you don't live to tell about it.
Well, we just kicked the ass of like 2 of them, so... I mean, it is the tutorial, but still.
It's not the bravest thing to do, but I'll say it again. Hide. Make yourself inconspicuous. Admiral, and if you're lucky, you'll live another 10 or 15 years. Is there something else you want to know about these scrapper scum?
Oh, yeah. Ask if Mother shut down the Omnis. It sounds like he doesn't know. Did she do it? Is Mother the reason the Omnis shut down in the sectors?
Like I said before, Admiral, I couldn't say. But if she didn't do it, I'd wager some serious scrap she knows who did. But I don't recommend asking her, Admiral. I don't recommend getting anywhere near her, for that matter. Frankly, Mother terrifies me. Is there something else you want to know?
Ask about playthings and baby makers. I'm sure I don't want to know this, but playthings and baby makers?
You don't want to know who they are. But since you asked, the playthings are Mother's sex slaves, and baby makers are, you know, what she uses to make babies.
Make babies?
Scrappers often die young from their exposure to Neo-N, as they should. Thank Oberon for that. Mother uses her baby makers to keep the scrapper numbers growing. She supposedly has breeding stations spread throughout these sectors.
That's disgusting.
Frankly, I can't imagine a worse place.
We'll do everything we can to stop these monsters. You have my word.
Is there something else you want to know?
No, I don't. I wish I knew less, frankly. I don't need to know any more about this.
I don't blame you. It's not exactly for the faint of heart. Is there something else you want to know, Admiral?
We know about scrap. Can we learn more, though? It's not grayed out yet. You mentioned something called scrap. Can you tell me more about this? Oh, no, this is... We already know this. Yeah. Yep. Ask about the theories regarding the shutdown on the Omnis. It sounds like... we already asked about this already, so... Right. Thank you, Bowie. You've been a tremendous help. I promise, in the name of Oberon, we'll take care of these scrappers and get your Omnis up and running again.
You say that, Admiral, but you'll fail, or you'll stop trying sooner or later. Or worse yet, you'll die. But take this Neo-N, Admiral. We have plenty at the moment. I have a feeling you'll need it.
Good, we were running low.
And like I said, I know it's not the bravest thing to do, but that's best. It's best if you hide. You'll live longer that way.
Yeah, but we won't make anything better. +4 Neo-N. End of transmission, sir. Do you believe what he said, Admiral? Unfortunately, yes. It explains everything we've seen so far. The Omnis shut down in the Outer Rim, and so did their tech, including this cluster's folder. That's why those scrappers now run everything here. So what should we do now, sir? The first thing we need to do is find this Mother. As Bowie said, if she didn't shut the Omnis down, chances are she knows who or what did.